It's not like I didn't want to talk to her. It's not like I didn't want to have a relationship with her. It's that I couldn't get connected to her to tell her that so that she knew. So I don't even know if she knew I was looking for her.
17 years of searching only to learn her homeless mother was killed.
Now, that homeless woman, Annette Montero, was killed by a Sanipac truck in Eugene in 2019.
I spoke with her daughter, who recently won $360,000 in a wrongful death lawsuit. Tonight, she's looking back on the person she once knew before her mother's life came to a tragic end.
Her name was Annette Montero. She was a wife, a sister, a mom.
What I remember of her when I was younger is she was really involved. We were constantly doing something.
She had a job. She had a life. She had a home.
And by the time she lost the house, she was gone.
Lorraine Bartley lost contact with her mom when she was a teenager. Bartley was an emotional adolescent. They got in a fight, and by the time Lorraine decided to reconnect, her mom was gone.
We just lost contact, and I wasn't able to get a hold of her. And then when I turned into an adult, I tried going by her house and finding her.
But her house was foreclosed. Annette Montero was somewhere, but Lorraine couldn't find her, even though she and her young son tried.
We would go on grandma hunting trips, and we would go, hunting for grandma through the area, and we would go and we would get food, and we would go, to homeless shelters and things like that.
Annette's family doesn't know how she got from California to Oregon.
I've learned the people who don't want to be found, they're not going to be found. And no matter what you do, you can't make somebody be found that doesn't want to.
So 17 years after losing contact, Lorraine was informed her mom had died in a sleeping bag in a parking lot in Eugene.
I don't think she ever sat down and looked at her situation and saw the trajectory of what was going on and what potential was to make a pivot to something different.
Lorraine came to Eugene, had Annette cremated, and finally brought her mom home.
She's there on the shelf. She's always there. We're always talking. We call her Ghost Grandma. So we talk to Ghost Grandma. If something falls in the house, it was Ghost Grandma. And, we're always talking about her, to her. Sometimes I'll just go and I'll tell her about my day. So I do miss her physically as a sense, but I have her every day too.
You love her?
I do.
Yeah. Annette was one of nearly 20,000 homeless people in Oregon.
Somebody's thinking about them because they are people. That's somebody's person.
She was a wife, a sister, a mom.
Now, Lorraine said at the time of her mother's death, she was in a bad place in her own life, and finding out about her mom changed everything for her in actually a good way. She ended an abusive relationship, went back to school, became a social worker to help people, and just like her mom, she wanted to help people. You heard her speak there about the trajectory of her mother and the way her life sort of spiraled out of control. At that time, Lorraine said she saw her life maybe going in the same trajectory, and it was almost like, I said to her, it's like the power of mothers. She had no contact with her for 17 years, but her mother settled her life so that she didn't go down that same trajectory.
Yeah, that's amazing. And she's taking something so tragic and turning it into something so positive.
Yeah, she feels like she's giving back by helping people who are maybe in similar situations as her mother was.
That's wonderful.